Hello students, my name is Mr. Heinrichs and I am Vice Principal of Osoyoos Secondary School. I thought I would make a short video for you just to talk about a few of the health and safety changes that have happened, and also what does it mean to have a school closure and what that means for you as students. So I'm going to go through a few details with you, and hopefully it'll help you out. Now, before we get into the changes to health and safety procedures and also to the potential of closures, let's talk about why this is happening. The new variant of the coronavirus is called the Omicron or the Omicron variant. Now, there is good news about this variant and there is bad news. The good news is that the symptoms for this variant are much less than for other strains. So as a result, most people are not getting as sick as they were with the other strains, and there is less hospitalization. That's the good news. The bad news is that it is much more transmissible than other variants. In other words, you are more likely to catch this variant than you are the other ones. As a result, we have made some changes to health and safety procedures. And here they are. The first health and safety measure I'd like to talk about is masks. And this is not new, but it's become much more important now than ever. So some of you, when you wear your mask, you wear it like this, below your chin, or some of you wear it like this, below your nose. The important thing is that you wear your mask over your nose and your mouth, and that it's tight fitting at the top and the bottom. Really important to wear a mask correctly, and it's even more important now with the Omicron variant that is highly transmissible. One other important thing is that you should increase the space between you and other people as much as possible, whether that's in the classroom or when you're eating at lunch or at break. Increase the space between you and other people. And the other thing that's important is that you don't sit face-to-face in classrooms with other people. As well, there are new guidelines for isolation if you do happen to catch the Omicron virus. If you are double vaccinated, you only need to isolate for 5 days now. In addition, after the 5 days, you should have no fever and your symptoms should be diminishing. And if that's the case, you're free to return to school. If you're not vaccinated, the isolation period is 10 days. Furthermore, there will no longer be any spectators allowed at sporting events, as well as performances. In addition, all tournaments have been canceled until the end of January, where they may or may not resume after that. And as well, any gatherings or assemblies are going to be virtual from now on until further notice. Furthermore, you're reminded that you should do a daily health check. And if you display any symptoms whatsoever, you should stay home. And you should continue to stay home until your symptoms subside. That is, that they're decreasing. What I want to discuss with you now is the ways that Omicron might affect our school. And the way it would affect our school is if, first of all, so many students were ill that Interior Health decided that we should shut down. That's called a health closure. So if Interior Health determines that there are too many people ill in the school that we need to shut down, we will have a 5 school day shutdown, 7 calendar days, 5 school days, at which time you will be expected to get all of your assignments from the online platform that your teacher has chosen. So be sure within the next few days you check with your teacher about what online platform they are using and make sure you know how to log in. The second type of closure is called a functional closure. What that means is that we don't have enough staff to function as a school. In other words, so many teaching staff are off sick and we don't have TOCs to cover that we won't be able to continue to run classes. If that happens, the school district will determine that we are closed and it will be a 5 school day shutdown, 7 calendar days. Now, any staff that are able will continue to be at school. However, students are not expected to come to school during a functional closure. You are expected to learn remotely, again, making sure that you know the online platform that your teacher is using and that you know how to log into it. One more thing that you should be made aware of is that it's possible that buses aren't running for a day or a series of days because bus drivers are ill, or perhaps the mechanics that service the buses are ill. If this happens, it will be posted on the school district website by 7 o'clock each morning. So if you're a bus student, make sure you check the school district website to be sure your buses are running each day. Now, if buses are not running, schools will continue to run. So if you can get to school, please come to school because classes will be in session. So that's about all the changes that I have for you. Again, some of them aren't really any changes. You've always been asked to wear a mask, but now it's much more important that you be diligent about how you wear your mask and that you wear it all the time as well. Social distancing, that's not new. Just make sure you practice that. Not sitting face to face, that is a change from what we were doing before. All meetings, all gatherings being virtual, that's a change. No spectators at sports, that's a bit of a change. And of course, the possibility of school closures is a bit of a change as well. It could be possible that the next few months we don't have any school closures, and that would be great. However, we are prepared right now if there happens to be a school closure. And your job in getting prepared is make sure you know what online platform your teacher is using and make sure you know how to log on to it. And of course, some of you've only got like 3 weeks left in your current course, and then you'll start a brand new course. So with your new teacher, make sure you have the same understanding, you know what platform they're using, and you know how to log on. If we are kind with each other, if we are patient with each other, if we are cooperative with each other, we can weather this storm. So let's all work together, and hopefully the end is in sight.